What's up everyone? I'm your female otaku, and I'm here to give you my first impressions on the spring 2018 season. Special shout out to Lupus Rose, Scott Report, BB World, Takamaru, Ono Sendai, and Arten Kest for donating to my Patreon. If you'd like a shout out in the next impressions video, then click on the Patreon link in the description to donate. Each anime season has some sort of theme or genre that makes up the majority of the lineup, but never have I ever witnessed a season quite like this. Retro. You heard me, old school anime is dominating the season. Be it a sequel, reboot, or an anime with an 80s feel, everyone is loving this throwback. Now I can't say anything about Galactic Heroes since I'm not watching it. My personal favorite retro anime of the season goes to Golden Kamuy! Technically, it's not really retro as the manga was made in 2014, but it feels like I'm watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure without the wackiness. You have Sugimoto the Immortal, an ex-soldier who just can't seem to die. To fulfill his best friend's dying wish, Sugimoto is teaming up with an Ainu to find a hidden stash of gold. A history lesson, if I may. At first glance, one might think the Japanese represent the Americans during the Wild West. You have the gold rush and the horrible treatment to Native Americans, but slap a historical tag on this anime because a portion of the events depicted in Golden Kamuy actually happened in Japanese history. The Ainu are a native tribe of Hokkaido, who were forced to give up their culture to become one with modern Japanese society. The battle depicted in episode 1 was indeed a real war, the Russo-Japanese War that lasted from 1904 to 1905. Golden Kamuy's mangaka Satoru Noda was inspired by his great-grandfather who fought in said war. Many people don't know about the Ainu, so Noda went to Hokkaido to speak with a few Ainu natives remaining, to learn more about their culture as you see depicted throughout the series. Oh no, did I put you to sleep? Here, this anime should wake you up. Cutie Honey Universe is the third anime adaptation of Go Nagai's Cutie Honey series. He may be the creator of Devilman, but as you can see, it's nowhere near as dark. It's basically an ecchi magical girl series for adults, with some Yuri themes. I think it's pretty fun, and I love how much the series pops. If you'd like to watch Cutie Honey Universe, then you can watch it for free on HiDive. Use the following code on screen for a free month trial. And if you use the code between now and May 1st, and choose to keep your account, then you only get to pay $3.99 a month after the free trial ends, for the next 2 years. Let's talk about 90% of you guys' anime of the season, Megalobox. The first episode was boring as all hell for me, but the second episode convinced me to stick around for at least a few more episodes. Honestly, I think the series is so incredibly overhyped. It seems that a lot of people like it because it's retro and that's it, which is not a dumb reason to like something in the slightest. But a story about a lowlife who wants to believe and hopefully prove he's the best at boxing doesn't really interest me. The style, on the other hand, is pretty cool. If you could ignore the 480p quality, then you'll get to enjoy a rough animation technique and chill BGM. Plus, the ending theme is performed and composed by Nakamura Emi, so you know it's a must download. Out with the old and in with the new, as they say. With so many slice of life series airing in the winter, we have close to none this season. But I always need a chill show, so thankfully Comic Girls is here. It's not a must-watch by any means, but if you like moe's slice of life, or seeing the behind-the-scenes of the manga-making industry, then check Comic Girls out. We have a shocking amount of magical girl series airing as well. While Cutie Honey is bringing the classic genre back to us in full form, Mahou Shoujo Ore is blowing it out to ridiculous proportions. Instead of your basic idol protagonist turning into a magical girl with a cute mascot, she turns into a macho man. She has no superpowers, so she has to physically beat up her opponents until they bleed. And her mascot is a Yakuza! And that's not even half of the weird shit that goes on in Mahou Shoujo Ore. How about we move on to a few series that are actually bubbly in their respective genres. If you enjoyed the geeky and relatable rom-com, Recovery of an MMO Junkie, then you'll also fall in love with Wotakoi. Heck, maybe even more so. You have working adults in their mid to late 20s who are gamers, cosplayers, and fujoshi. There's nothing wrong with loving anime as an adult, and if you got someone to share it with, then you'll be set for life. Also, look at this cute as fuck dance! It's cuter than freaking Comic Girls, oh my god! 3D Kanojo is another romance anime about an otaku in a relationship. The main character is dating a girl who's kinda trash, to be honest. I really don't understand her. She lies a lot and flip-flops on her words. She's also boy crazy and super lazy and bummy as well. The series is poorly animated with inconsistent editing and long, awkward pauses to fill up time. The series has some charm to it since you want the main character to be happy. Not too sure how long I'll be able to stick around with this one. Doreku is a super kinky anime about people duking it out to win a slave. But hey, when you're a hardcore sadist with 2 slave boys such as myself, then you're going to get into a series like this. Yeah, that's right, let what I just said sink in. Doreku and 3D Kanojo are both available on High Dive, so make sure you use the following code for your free month trial. While we wait for SAO Season 3, we have its spin-off GGO alternative. No worries, you do not need to watch the previous Sword Art Online seasons to watch this spin-off. I adore our protagonist Len, and the premise. GGO is my favorite SAO arc besides Ordinal Scale, so having an entire series based off of GGO got me hyped. If you need an action anime series to pass the time, then add GGO to your queue, cause the following action anime is certainly not something to keep on the back burner. Persona 5 The Animation. Now obviously a video game that takes 100 hours to finish will not fully be adapted into a 24-episode anime. And it has been announced that there will be an anime original twist. So don't worry if you haven't played the game, because you can still enjoy the anime. Watching the anime first will in no way ruin your gaming experience if you choose to play the game. I watched Persona 5 The Animation with a huge smile on my face, seeing my sexy protagonist, waifu An, best bro Ryuji. Heck, even the freaking menu screen makes me fangirl. If you can only watch one anime this season, then please make it Persona 5. Oh, wait a minute. What's that one sequel airing again? Right, never mind, let me change my statement. Plus Ultra, baby! My favorite arc is being adapted, followed by the best arc in all of Boku no Hero Academia. If you can only watch one series this season, then catch up to this awesome anime. Continuing on with our sequels, we have Lost Storage Conflated Wicross. Gonna be super brief and careful with my choice of visuals, as the slightest thing could spoil you. But if you like the psychological series with cute girls, then watch Wicross, cause it's the second best in the genre, right behind Madoka Magica. My favorite ecchi harem anime has finally returned! Season 4 of High School DxD fixed up the anime original events that took place in Season 3. I heard that the material being adapted in this season is one of, if not, the best content in the entire series. Got some big shoes to fill, cause personally, I love the final arc to Born. But I'm open to surprises, so come at me, DxD. Yes, you have to watch Steins Gate in order to watch Steins Gate 0. This is an alternative ending to the events that occurred at the end of episode 23. I really can't say much since I know not everyone has seen this modern classic. There's a lot of tension brewing amongst the characters right at the start of the first episode. I have no clue what's going to happen next, but in Steins Gate 0's case, that's a great thing. 知りたいのです. Although Violet Evergarden aired in Japan and was available for streaming in the UK and Canada back in the winter, I waited it out until it finally hit US Netflix in April. And I'm so glad I did. I know I'm not the only one who's seen a specific anime during a time when you needed it most. I prefer not to go into too much detail, but for those of you who don't know, I've been having stomach pains since August of last year. In late March, my condition started getting worse, and I gave up on trying to get better. I felt empty. Totally emotionless for weeks. In fact, as I'm editing this video, I still haven't felt any sort of emotion. And then came Violet Evergarden, a story about an ex-child soldier who doesn't understand what feelings are. She becomes an auto-memories doll, a maiden who conveys a client's emotions into a letter. For a while, I only enjoyed Violet Evergarden for its atmosphere. Period piece anime are hard to come by. It wowed me with its gorgeous character designs and phenomenal soundtrack. But then the second half of the series rolled around and we start seeing Violet meet more people with emotional baggage. And this really shouldn't be a spoiler to anyone, but obviously by the end of the series, Violet starts to feel emotions. At the end of the last episode, something welled up inside me. This feeling was growing rapidly, but I didn't know what it was or what it wanted me to do. But I think it wanted me to connect with someone. Like Violet Evergarden, this emotion seemed like it wanted me to pour my feelings out to someone. Maybe even say, I love you. The feeling went away after a good 20 minutes, but it did give me a spark. The spark to pick myself back up and get my emotions back. And I think I know where to start too. But that would be diving into more personal matters that I would rather keep a secret. I'm not planning on picking up any more anime, but let me know what series you're watching this season. Make sure you check out the links in the description for my Twitter and Instagram, donate to my Patreon for exclusive cosplay content, and subscribe to my second channel for lifestyle videos. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.